Have you ever been in a situation where you've been dating someone and it's going absolutely fucking fantastic, only to find that they start to pull away? This can be one of the most painful experiences to be in, especially if you thought it was going absolutely fucking fantastic. I find this can be so fucking painful because not only are you in the situation and you think it's going really well, but because they start pulling away, we start to panic. And it's this panic mode that we end up freaking out and start pushing them away a little bit more. So in this video, we're going to be talking about the situation, why he pulled away, but also specifically about what to do and how to go about actually reconnecting with him to really ensure the relationship goes in the way that you want it to go. Don't know who I am? My name is motherfucking Harvey Hook, and I'm here to be your new dating and love coach. I've had the honor of coaching thousands of women in ridiculous parts of the world, in parts of the world that I never even thought that I would reach.
So since we started working together, I think I've noticed my mindset changing.
The biggest transformations I had with working with Harvey was putting down my walls.
The other powerful thing would be like, I remember, to feel what I want.
But I'm here to tell you today that there are universal reasons why people pull away. And sure, there are different cultures, sure, there are different, backgrounds, sure, some people might have bad pasts where they feel like, oh my God, I've been hurt, I've been in situations, but no matter what situation, someone pulls away, always for one reason only, and that is because they're not happy where they are. Now, this doesn't mean that it could mean that they're not happy with you. I'm not saying that, but it could mean that. But it just means that they're not happy. Now, I want you to look at relationships. So let's take a step back. Let's look at emotions, because if you want to understand relationships, it's worth understanding emotions. Now, I want you to imagine a ladder, because emotions are somewhat like a ladder. If there is a place where we want to be, for example, the universal law of relationships is what? We get into relationships because of how they make us feel. If most people want to feel happy, and that's the truth, most people want to feel happy, then the ladder, the top of the ladder, the where they want to be is happiness. On the other hand, when people don't feel, if people knew that if they were to climb this ladder, if they were to climb up this ladder and whatever the ladder might be to be happy, they will do it. For example, that's why people lose weight. That's why people try and earn money. That's why people try and become successful business people. That's why people become dating coaches, because they feel like they're going to do that, and that's what's going to make them happy. Now, what happens is people will always pull away from whatever situation they're doing, whether it's life, whether it's dating you, whether it's something. And it's really important recognizing the universal reason, because any other coach will tell you specifics. Is this or whatever. But if you understand fully how it works, why people pull away, you can understand why he pulled away from you specifically, and then how to go about it, because I'll tell you that in a second. But people pull away the moment they realize or they think they can't reach that happiness or be happy in the relationship. So what do we do? Why is that the case? They might have thought that, they wanted a certain style of relationship, or they wanted to feel a certain way, and they don't feel like they can get that with you. Now, that's not to say that they can't get that with you, but the key word is feel. They don't feel like they can. Now, it's not your job to convince them. It's not your job to, try and change their mind or to try and trick them into liking you. But if all people want to do is feel happy, then really it might be the goal, might be the reason, might be the rhyme, might be the purpose to create happiness for them and for you. For example, what did you do at the start of the relationship? Now, most people, when they start dating each other, what do? They're excited. They're a little bit nervous. They're trying to figure out the other person. And so we often, when we're dating someone, we put on our best hat and we try and make things work a little bit better. But then something goes wrong. Something happens. We fail to communicate. We fail to express ourselves. Maybe they fail to express themselves. And so a little seed of doubt drops in. And this little seed of doubt is somewhat something like, oh no, maybe I can't be happy here. Maybe this is not what I want. Maybe this is not going to get me where I want to go. And so I want you to understand the first principle here, because the first principle is the most profound principle here. And honestly, and this is why there's a rule, if you keep doing what you did at the start of the relationship, there'll never be an end. Because that start of the relationship, you're adding to the relationship. You're both adding to it. But here I can hear you or someone watching this video psychically say, but Harvey, I did the best. Why is he still running away from me? Why is he still pulling away? Well, the whole thing when it comes to, say, for example, happiness. One of the biggest things people need for happiness is to feel safe. And one of the biggest things for safety is to feel heard. For example, you might be in a relationship with someone, right? You might be in a relationship with someone. Imagine if you don't feel heard and safe in a relationship. What do? You would naturally pull away because, sure, you might give it a good go. That's what we do. We give things a good go. But you might naturally pull away because you don't feel safe. So why would you be in something that you don't feel safe? So really, it's our job as our half of the relationship to make the other person feel safe and feel happy. In fact, I would sum this up in 2 key points here. And the key point, really, is what do people want? There's only 2 things, really, when it comes to creating a relationship. Not even women. Women watching this, you'll be like, yeah, fuck yeah! Harvey is telling the truth. But there are going to be men watching this and they will say, we want the same thing. So maybe this is a universal thing. Maybe this is a human-based thing. And I've already said what people want. They want these 2 things. They just want to be happy, right? That's the umbrella. But to be happy, they want to feel safe and they want to feel special. People will naturally pull away when they don't feel those 2 things. When they didn't feel safe or they didn't feel special. Now I could create some text message for you and say, send him this text message. It'll make him feel safe and special. And I thought that's what I was going to originally do with this video, but I really thought it would be, before I do that, to help you understand fully that he pulled away because he didn't feel safe or he didn't feel special. And when people feel safe and feel special, they know that they're in a place that they can feel happy. Those are the conditions. It's like for a plant to grow, you have to have the soil, like for the seed to go in, and you have to have water and sunlight. There's a system, there's a protocol to creating a plant. And a relationship is somewhat like a growing plant. Without those proper ingredients, without those proper steps, what happens? We end up pushing the person away without even realizing it. And then the worst thing can happen is then we start to lose trust and faith in ourselves. Because if you're ever in a situation where you feel like you've done your best, you really tried your hardest, or you're not quite sure, and then you start to doubt what's up with you. You go, is it my fault? Is it my fault? Is it my fault? And the truth is, there's nothing wrong with you. But sometimes it's what we do. Sometimes it's what we said. Sometimes it's what we didn't say. Because you can say the right thing in the wrong way, and that's still the wrong thing. You can do the right thing in the wrong way, and that's still the wrong thing. For example, when I'm working with people one-on-one, one of the things is they realize is sometimes they realize that they're reacting. They're not acting. And what happens when we react? We get angry. We get a bit defensive. We say, you did this, you did this, you did this, you did this, you did this. I did this, I feel hurt. And we end up pushing our partner away even more. But when you're truly acting, when I mean acting, not putting on a play, but acting, like making an active choice, what we end up doing is we say the things, we get ready. For example, if you want to make someone feel safe, what do you have to do? Help them be themselves, accept themselves. Don't punish them for being them. If you want someone to feel special, let them know the things that make them feel special, or make you feel special. Let them know why you think they are special. And more importantly, do it in their words. Find out how they need to hear it. Because we can say how we want to hear it, and if it's not in their words, then they won't hear it. They'll miss out. And sure, this is a video. If we were speaking one-on-one, you know what? If we were speaking one-on-one, I'd really help you with your specific situation. But this is what I find is the universal reason why people pull away. Why people pull away. Why you're dating someone and they pull away. And you know what, that little feeling? You know that feeling that you get sometimes? That you're just a bit unsure about why, you know, that you feel like, oh, I feel like they're moving away. Things are a little bit different. That's what we call instincts. And sometimes people start pulling away months, days, hours, seconds before they actually have that behavior pattern. Because something happened. It might not have been something that you said or did. It could be something outside of it, something friends said. Something that they thought that they were going to be something, do something. And then, you know what? Sometimes birthdays are a big thing, just as an aside. And so when they don't feel safe, they don't feel special, they move away. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you do want to get specific advice and work with me and just have a fucking call and talk about it, have a chat, you can go to gethimhooked.com. You can look that up and apply for a call with me. You can schedule a time. If you're interested in watching more videos like this, make sure to fucking subscribe, because if you do, then I'm sliding in your DMs. I'm sliding in that thing and the bell button and all that crap. And if you don't subscribe, I'll be sad. Look at me. I'm a sad, sad puppy. You don't want to kick a puppy, do you? So thank you so much, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.